What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our weekly Digimon TCG market analysis. We're going to be talking about the market. We're talking about specifically focusing in on week 1 prices on BT16, looking at the alts, how they're faring, how the cards are faring from the set, what's still worth a lot of money, what's not so worth a lot of money, and mostly focusing on that just to see the disparity between pre-release to release to now and seeing what things are going on. But if there's cards that you guys want me to look at, let me know in the comments down below. We'll try to always add those to our future market analyses. But without further ado, let's get into it. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, well, you see here we have our being observer page here. We got lots of different stuff. That $1,000 Magnamon is kind of coming down past that $1,000 mark, so that's nice. Some of these are coming down, Vikemon more than others, but we're going to look into some of the data here on these cards here. If we go over here, we got the Imperial Dramon sitting up around 329. This is the English exclusive low pull rate. You had some weird data showing like they were sold for $1. So I think someone was trying to buy the market, because you can see here just a steep increase here as soon as people started selling it, and it hasn't really dropped below $300 since any point. Then we have the new Ukomon. He's actually dropping, which is kind of nice here. You see up there, he was up at the $60 mark, selling for like $66, and now we're kind of coming down below $50 here. I think this will probably cool off a little bit more, maybe get down to the $40 mark, so it'll be a little bit more attainable. Paildramon is going up. It is the one that is like one of the most sought after alts from this set. It has continued to rise. Started around $35 to $40, and we're looking at right now around the $48 mark, $50 mark. But you can see here some have sold for $59. So it's this is the card you want to sell right now. This is the one you wait until it goes down, definitely. You got your Magnamons all over the place there, dropped down there, and then went back up, and now we're coming back down here. So this card at $70, I think we'll get down around to $60, but you just got to give it some time. Although we will see what happens, because this weekend is the first regionals of this format, so that could drastically change the card prices. And then of course we have his alt. His alt here has kind of just climbed as well, but it's finally started to plateau, start to come back down to a more, something better, around $130. Last sold $134. A lot of them are $130. I'm hoping this card gets below $100, but it might take some time, especially again if it does well if everyone's playing this deck in the format. It's gonna stay up there. It's going to stay up there at 130, but just depending on what happens, I think it could come down to 100. Rapidmon here, not as popular, which is great. It's been slowly declining here. It was around, same $70, $66. We're seeing it hit lows of $50. I think this card probably going to come down at least another $10 to about $40. You just got to give it time. Dino Beamon's another one that's just climbed. I'm glad I got most of my Dino Beamons. I pulled one, and I think I grabbed a couple copies off someone, because this one's another one that's was going for like 30. Now it's going for like 35. It's depending on how things go, it might climb even more. Might get around to $40. So we'll have to wait and see. So keep your eye on this one. Maybe if you really want to, you might think about grabbing a copy or two now. And if they go up, you can sell. If they, Grand Kawagamon Ace, the low pull rate one. This is one we're talking about because it doesn't have a regular alt, unlike other ones. It's just a rare. So this is one that would be interesting in pricing. It's stayed up there. It's, you know, high of 200, 210, low of 160 sales. So they're putting it somewhere around 150 bucks. If you're lucky, you can get that. Probably paying closer to 160. Depending, but it's actually continued to climb because we had a couple sales in here too where they like sold a bunch of low cost, I think, to screw with the market. I mean, but right now there's no sales below 195, so you have to find someone who's willing to sell it for lower than that. Tyrant's come down quite a bit. He was about a $30 card. He's coming down to 26. Potentially see this going down a little bit more, maybe 20 bucks. Dorumon's going up. I'm not even sure like what deck you're playing this in. I don't know if you're playing it in SOC. But yeah, or if you're playing it in Alphamon. I haven't really looked into it. But this one's popular here, getting up there, $35. It was kind of below that, below $30. Now it's $30. Yeah, this card's been climbing. So this is something you might want to sell right now while the hype train, because it's kind of started to plateau right there. You got a bunch of copies at 35. So Kosuke Kisakata, he's going down. You see here, he kind of curves up and then comes right down, high of 32. We're getting back to, 28 bucks here. A low sell of 24, which is where it started out. So it's coming back to its own price. So I can potentially see this coming down to $20 with enough time. We got, Ukomon Winner. The Winner Pack card, he's up there around $10. He's been coming down. It's a lot more expensive here, around $22. But all the other Ukomons were kind of priced similarly. So eventually, once you have enough Ukomons out in the market, they start to go down. So, yeah. One's coming down if you're really interested in getting that one. We'll look at, this is the, if we go back here, we looked at a lot of them, not all of them. Ken and Davis is probably the most expensive tamer. Imperial Dramon Ace and is 25 and 32 for Valkyremon, but that's come down quite a bit. This card was both these were quite more expensive. Then you have your under $20 alts, starting with Sylphimon, Vikemon. They've been coming down. I expect to see them come down even more. And if we go over here, page 2, you got super rare Paildramon is your card you want to see, because it's a $17 super. So it's probably been, increasing just like the other Paildramon, although it's come down a little bit. It's kind of curved down a little bit. So I think it'll probably come back down to some normal super rates. But if you got them right now, it's probably the best time to sell them. You got these $15 ones. You got some pre-releases that are more expensive than alts, like Chaosmon's nothing. Cody and TK's nothing. Myotismon, Big Ukomon, Louis. I don't even have Louis on here. Then you got some other supers that are going to be, Shroudmon's nothing. Then you got some other supers here. Doraemon 6, Tyrant's 5. So not really like a lot. Not really like a lot of, Louis is only 5, under 5. That's hilarious. That's our fun card. Louis is only $5 for the alt. Friggin' Vikemon Ace. I still need a fourth Sylphimon Vikemon Ace. Vikemon Ace is more than a Louis alt. Dino Beamon's also more. Yeah. And then you got some other supers, I think, that are going to be just worth nothing. But these are kind of like the better ones here. These ones and these ones over here. And especially that Paildramon. But you got some $8 to $10 ones. So that's all right. You get down to the $5 ones. And then there's going to be some like completely garbage supers. Yep, Shakumon $1. I didn't even smell my Housemon less than $1. Chaosmon less than $1. The Grand Kawagamon has a better price. Both of them. Shroudmon, yeah, they're gonna have some really cheap supers. So you got a few good pulls there. So definitely sell them. Definitely sell them if you got them. And that's it for pretty much it for BT16. We have a few other things here. I thought I'd finish with a look on the Flamemon Ultimate Cup participation pricing. He's coming way down, under $20 already. Honestly, to be honest, so I there's tons of versions of him now, so I can see him going down to another $10 while he's still a prize card. So not as good for your participation prizing, because it's only half the cost, or not even really, and then the event pack cards aren't that worth that much either. So we're getting to the point where people might not be playing the Ultimate Cups as much unless they feel like they can do well, because it's just not going to be that lucrative, for them with the participation stuff unless they top, right? And then lastly, we have the Evo Cup stuff. Is the stuff we're looking at last. It has come down so much. Most of the cards are in the place where you really want to start picking them up right now. Magnamon Champs below $50. Here, you had last sold 55. I haven't had one sold less than 50, but you got a couple sales. You got a bunch of sales. People are trying to get rid of this card before it falls anymore. So easy to get right now. And then, of course, you have all your top 4 and regulars. Now, I would just get the top 4 stuff because it's a nicer foil, and the prices are so comparable right now, like within cents of each other, within a couple dollars or cents of each other, but everything's kind of super cheap right now anyways. So it's a good time to sell these cards, or it's a good time to pick up these cards now while they're this cheap. You've kind of missed your shot to sell them for a decent price. And I mean, I sold mostly everything that I had. I mean, I didn't sell the Flame Mons. I did sell the Flame Mons, but the person backed out, unfortunately. But now, so I have the Flame Mons, I have a couple Pals and a couple Shiny Greymons, and nobody came after the Belphamons. So that was kind of funny. But I sold all the Magnas, all the Raidramons went super fast. All the Renamons went super fast. I mean, at least half the Shiny Greymons and other stuff. So I mean, it's take your pick. It's just depending on what people want. But I sold a decent portion of it, so that was great. So definitely, if you're looking for this stuff, I'd pick it up. I'd pick up the top 4 stuff if you're spending the money anyways. But that looks like it. That is all the time we have for our market analysis today. We'll start doing more individual cards. Next time here, we'll look at decks that are doing well, because we'll have info from the regionals. So we can look at cards that are potentially going up, cards that are potentially going down, and look at some more tournament stuff as well, especially when we're going to have the Wave 2 participation pack shipping out. So I don't know if we'll see data this early. Probably won't see it for like a week or 2. But we can look at event pack stuff and the different stuff that's going on, and we can look at tournament kit stuff, see where it's at, and how things are going. But let me know if you guys like this type of video. Tell me, again, if there's cards you want to see in the video, like things you think are useful, send me a message. I will definitely try to add them. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.